Josh, this is Spike. I was told that you've been getting into Minecraft recently, and I thought that it might be interesting to show you a little bit of the Minecraft world that I've been playing on. This is J.A.S. Ultra. It is a multiplayer server in Sydney, Australia, and the reason why I'm playing on a server in Sydney, Australia is because that's where my friends are playing. Only 3 of the members are from Australia. One member's from Germany, one's from England, one's from the East Coast, and one's from the Midwest. Now I'm on the other side of the planet from J.A.S. Ultra, but you know, it's worth it if you get to play with your friends. I deal with the lag, I just play very cautiously. But if we run into some lag issues where I can't fly, we now know why that's the case. Like that. This is our nether hub. You can see from the nether rack. And this is a gorgeous build. We've dug all the way up to bedrock at 128. And we've actually done a staircase through the bedrock using a technique that's no longer in the game, with this block right here, the dragon egg, that guy. Yep. So that allowed us to do a bunch of cool stuff on the server. We also have our guards who have wandered off into the tunnels, Buddha and Buddha. Now if I were to punch either of these villagers, I would instantly die and all of my armor would break. And that's because they have special thorns armor. And this is a symbol of our peaceful nature on the server and our commitment to peaceful activities. So you're not allowed to bully people, you get banned for that. You're not allowed to grief or steal, you get banned for that. And you can't attack people in a mean way. Like, you can't just kill somebody for no reason. It has to be like, hey, we're gonna have a duel, here's a stone sword and some leather armor, put all your stuff safely away in a chest and let's have a PvP battle, or let's have a dogfight or something like that. And that's what scared me. The meanness and the bullying and the griefing is what scared me away from playing on multiplayer servers for a long time until I found these guys. And that's why I play on a server in Australia. We have some animals in here that have wandered through from the spawn area, and the spawn area is where we're about to go. So this is spawn. This looks to me like a Sadie build, but I know that she designed it with other people as well. But it kind of has her spirit in it. I think it's gorgeous. I think it's super lighthearted and fun, and it looks really professional. It looks really well designed, and I get a smile every time I come by here. Over here we have our mob museum. Our plan was to collect every mob in the game, but obviously that hasn't happened. But I still really like coming here and looking at the ones that we did capture. That zombie is free. I'm gonna leave, and hopefully he doesn't escape. I know that there's a witch out front as well, named Eternal Confinement, which I think is hilarious. Over here we have our Hall of Shame, which used to house all of the heads of the players that we had to ban. Fortunately, that plugin is now disabled and the heads are no more. I think I have a screenshot of those heads somewhere, which I might be able to put into the video. Over here we see a naturally generated desert temple, and over here we see my biggest build that I've ever done in Minecraft, my 2-to-1 desert temple. There's nothing inside of it, but it's mine, and I'm glad I did it. I learned a lot while building it. And I think it has a really nice feel. It has an epic feeling, especially when I look at it from my base over there at sunset. It feels nice. We'll get to this big stone thing later on, but for now, this is my home. Pumpkin pie, Spike's base. Now the centerpiece of this base is this jack-o'-lantern awning thing held up with these dark oak fences. Now this disco floor makes pumpkins. And there we go. Got stuck there. So yeah, this place makes pumpkins. So you saw some new ones came in. And also, you could hear that there's notes playing. That's because this farm hits note blocks on its way down to hitting the pumpkins. I can show you an example of how this works over here. This is one slice of the farm. How it works is that there's an observer here. This observer is looking at this air block above the grass block that I'm pointing at. That signal goes into this slime block, into this piston, into this observer, into a redstone dust that's on top of the observer, into a dropper, into another observer, and into a piston, which pushes the observer down and smashes the pumpkin. I love it so much. It's one of my favorite redstone designs ever. I believe that it's Mizuma Games who designed it. And I love it because it's fully automatic, it's very stable, it's relatively quick, it's very expandable, and most importantly, you can have note blocks and have random chords play every time that the farm fires. Now I like that so that I can have music, random music of 2 chords that I like, just play all the time at my base. And it brings me a little bit of joy every couple of seconds while I'm in my base and working on stuff. Here we see the block palette. These are the blocks that I'm allowing myself to use in the base. Now obviously I go around those, and it's more just a theming guide for myself to remember what I want to work on, what kind of textures I want in the build. And then this is my house in my base. This is an Il Mango smeltery thing that is really fast at taking stuff out of this chest, and it evenly distributes all of the items into these 8 furnaces, which I really like. This is my house. It's relatively small, but it works for my purposes. I have a very large window to face the sunset. We can see that the sun's going down right now. We have my brewing stands, my bulk storage, and then my extra super duper bulk storage, which doesn't have very much in it. And then this, which is my main storage. Now you might be wondering, 5 shulker boxes, that's not much of a main storage. But that's because it's mostly in my ender chest. Whoop, some lag there. But right now we're going to watch the sunset. As we can see, my flag over there, my banner design, that's on everything, including my shield. It never gets old. Alright. Now, to answer the inevitable question of, if this is my main storage, then why aren't there any things here? It's because it mostly lives in my ender chest. I have them numbered with funny Unicode characters. So 1 is my strong box. So this is stuff that I grab often, or stuff that when I need it, I'm going to need it quickly. I have blocks. This used to be my valuables chest. I got more blocks. I have wood, food, pearls, and other end related things like dragon heads and eyes of ender. I have fireworks. I have noob juice, or my potions chest. Noob juice is just sort of an inside joke. I have my redstone shulker box, which I use very often. I believe that I have like a couple of other ones. I have my project chests, which change depending on what project I'm working on. And the sand is all because of that guy, the desert temple. And yeah, these just go on the wall here. Got some cobblestone, my lights, my glass, bones, villagers, and produce, and then dyes. My villagers and produce is for trading with villagers, which we can take a look at the villagers in a little bit. This is an overhead view of my base. I have some simple farms. My melon. Oop, something happened to my melon farm. Gotta fix that. Melon and wheat farm. A fun tip is that if you have different crops growing next to each other, they grow much faster. So the most efficient simple farm in Minecraft is to have like 1 row of carrots, 1 row of wheat, 1 row of potatoes, that kind of thing. I have my nether wart farm, and I keep it simple in my base because it's just me in this base, and the big farms, the community farms, that's where I go big. But for my purposes, I keep things very simple and manual. I have my sugarcane farm, which used to be automatic until the chickens broke it, which is the Ilmango design, but the Ilmango design is, I don't know, it's too unstable. I don't recommend it. If you want a good sugarcane farm design, there's the Nembon one, which is pretty simple, but it's much prettier and it's very stable. I keep my chickens over here. Oh, we got a skeleton. Gotta protect the animals and stuff. So the reason that the base is called Pumpkin Pie is because the initial idea was for me to have fully automatic sugar, pumpkin, and eggs so that I could have pumpkin pie, which is one of my favorite food sources. I think it's pretty underrated. And I ended up only keeping the automation for the pumpkins. I manually do the sugarcane, and I manually get the eggs from my free-range chickens. I decided to go free-range because I don't know. I never really felt totally right keeping all of my animals in cages and stuff. But that's totally fine. I know that that's how a lot of people play, and some people keep their cows in a tiny hole like this, you know. But the nice thing about Minecraft is that you can play it however you want, and this is how I choose to play it. There we go. So now for the elephant in the room. This is my general mob farm. It is a Nembon design. It is for something that didn't require me to change any of the terrain at all. Is incredibly efficient. All I had to do was get rid of this island right here and keep this all lighted. And then you turn on that redstone. You can go in here, go AFK. Whoop. And you're safe. Nothing's going to hurt you. Even phantoms. And the clock just goes round and round and dispenses water down in a column. And yeah, I loved building this. I built it with my redstone buddy, Fob. It was super fun to build. It was pretty easy, except for one aspect of it, which was this floating water trick. There's no blocks on the outside of the water, and it's very difficult to get that to work. So mobs spawn on this platform, and then these dispensers dispense the water. Weird. I don't know where my iron buckets went. I'm gonna have to fix that. So the mobs fall down through this hole, fall on these hoppers, and then the drops get collected here. Now this is a rather large farm, but all of the drops are for the community, and I made it known to everybody that they were allowed to come here anytime and take whatever they needed. And I have more than I can use, especially of rotten flesh. As you can see, this is connected up to the pumpkin farm, which is also connected up to my base, which is over here, and my bulk storage. Now there's a large number of tunnels in J.A.S. Ultra, but we're not going down any of those for now. What we're doing is we're going up through the unbreakable block to the nether ceiling. I think that's pretty cool. We have some lighting glitches here, but where these torches lead is to our big boy zombie pigman farm. I have to be very careful when I ender pearl in here, because if I miss, I might die. Whoop. That's a miss, but I didn't die. Whoop. That's a hit. Okay. Now I'm not going to turn it on, but if I were to hit one of these guys with an arrow, like zoop, then everybody would come running at me, and they'd be very mad at me, and they'd go into these carts and die, and I would get the experience points. So this is a way to get experience points in Minecraft while AFK, which is a pretty interesting thing. Now we have a lot of golden swords, but yeah, it's also gotten us a lot of the gold that's on the server. I don't know why he ran off. Actually, I remember making this. This was our first bedrock break. And I did this with Fob. It took us quite a while. So this is the Guardian farm. We'll take a look upstairs in a moment. But the part that I worked on with Fob was the decoration to this place. I did this wall design. And then also, we worked on the redstone together. Oh, that's choppy when I look up. This used to be much more complicated before the 1.12 physics, or 1.13 physics with water. But this is an automatic shulker filling and breaking system. So we can't open it right now because of the way that the shulkers are placed. Oh wait, no, we can. So the way that the shulkers are placed, we have item filters above that filter out into individual, nicely organized chests. So only prismarine shards go in this shulker box. Only prismarine crystals go in this shulker box. That kind of stuff. And once they're full, we can detect that it's full, and then we can break that shulker box, and it will go through here, up the water stream, and into our collection system in the front. The Guardians die here. We have an XP or an automatic mode. We have 13 bookshelves here. Different early on, but I ended up going with this design with Fob, but somehow this glass got broken. Some of the most fun I've ever had, and some of the, maybe the most exhausted I've ever felt was working on this system. It took us a very long time. We really learned a lot by working on it together, and it was super fun. Oop, looks like the item filters got broken. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, stuff's gone very wrong here. But that's okay. We can fix it. And now here's the big reveal. It's not a very flashy thing, it's just the farm and then an off and on system. But I actually love this space. I love the way that the redstone blocks look. I love the block prismarine because it actually is the only block in Minecraft, that changes color over time. So right now it's kind of a messy purpley thing, and then over time it's going to get greener, and then it's going to get bluer. Oh, we just saw it turn green. So it's a very pleasant block to look at for long periods of time, which you kind of have to do when you're working on this stuff. But yeah, it was super fun to work on, and I'm very happy with how it looks, how it feels to use it, and how the redstone works. I'm going to have to fix that redstone off camera. Alright, back to the hub. We don't have the time to look at everybody's base, and then there's also my old base, which is a jungle house, but I don't know where it is anymore, and I don't think I'm gonna go back and try and find it, unfortunately. This is Erger and Sons. So Erger plays on here with his son. I unfortunately was the cause of this hole. Somehow some creepers got onto here. And a zombie. I really don't know how a creeper got all the way out here. Must have walked so far from a nether portal. That's a really long way to to walk and not despawn. Yeah, this is Erger and Sons. There's a big phantom with goggles on it. A little house. I know that they have some stuff over here. It's a very simple base, and it's very nice. It's just like, you know, a father and son having fun in Minecraft. This is some other simple stuff. I don't really know what it was. I think it's just sort of aimless, good fun building. It is a mushroom island because Erger's son didn't want to play in a place where he could get attacked by mobs a lot. And a fun fact is that in this biome, in the mushroom island biomes, no hostile mobs spawn. Now you do usually have to chop around the edges of the island when you find one, but it's a really great place to build if you don't want to have to deal with hostile mobs a lot. This is a map. Oh, I never noticed that smiley face before. Where is that smiley face? I really don't see it. Strange. Natsukage's base. It's not even loading in for me. I actually have to turn up my render distance. So this is his very cool build. A big mansion. Whoop. Not even properly loading in for me. There we go. Some horses. And this big mansion, which was still in construction, is still in construction. We have 2 iron farms on top of it, which was these 2 iron farms were the source of all of the iron on the server. And actually that one broke. So this single iron farm was a source of all of the iron on the server that wasn't mined. Now, the funny thing is that Natsukage didn't actually live in here. He actually lived in this tiny, tiny little hut. This is where he kept all of his stuff. This is his storage. It's very funny to me that he has this huge mansion and he just lives in this tiny little shack out front. But the real reason why people came over here a lot, why this was a very popular spot on the server, is because of this. This is our villager trading hall. I actually built out most of this trading hall. I did not build the breeder. I did fix it a couple of times, and I did do a lot of farming here. Oh, that's a problem. Oh yeah, something went horribly wrong here. Wait. What? How did 2 zombie pigments get in there? I think something has gone very wrong here. Oh, wow. That's really strange. I don't know if I've ever seen arbitrary entity duplication before. But either way, this is where a lot of the villagers came from, where a lot of the books came from, where I get all my emeralds. I put together all these signs and stuff. And somehow a villager got in here. And he's a fisherman. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, so this is Nasikage's base. And one funny thing, which I'm sure he wouldn't want me to show anybody, is that this place is actually completely hollow. There's really nothing underneath. It's just a mushroom island he just built right on top of it, which I find hilarious. Whoop. This is not the exit. That's not the exit. Here we go. But yeah, so that's Nasikage's base. Now, this is kind of the grand best for last base. This is Fob and Sadie's base. Whoop, whoop. Tokyo Drift. I've had this jungle boat for basically since we started this world, because my original base was there these drowned. My original base was in a jungle. I've had it since then. Now, this is a Minecraft base. It's so unbelievably good. It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen in Minecraft. I think it's gorgeous, and it's not even done. I mean, look at this thing. Like, look at this thing. It's so massive. And the plan was to like build a huge ring around it, but yeah, it never really came to fruition. There's some turtles down here, but look at this thing. It's so gorgeous. Whoop. And the inner ring is this nice helix. I know that these guys are Impulse fans, and so it's I can see the inspiration from his Season 5 base. Impulse SV, the Minecraft YouTuber. And the map and the floor. Yeah, I love this place. I think it's gorgeous. And I don't know what else to say. I'm just going to spend some more time just like flying around and stuff. There are these statues. It's like mermaid looking statues. If I can... The before and after on this stuff is just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. It's so much work went into this. I want to spend more time here, but I really don't know what to say besides, wow. Look at this build. So, flower forests are one of my favorite biomes in the whole wide world. I think they're gorgeous, and here is a gorgeous base. We got some turtles. This is a nice base. There's some random glass. There were definitely some shenanigans here. There's a lot of random blocks around in their tunnel. But yeah, these guys are a crazy amount of distance away from spawn. It's like, it blows my mind how far they are. Alright, this attic is impossible to access. They have a little enchanting room over here. A little parrot. Kendra and Elena. Oh, that scared me. Some shenanigans have taken afoot here, that's for sure. Look at this thing! What? I didn't know that we were working on an Iron Phoenix. I don't know why nobody told me. This is like one of the craziest redstone contraptions that one can build. But look at all this redstone. This is crazy. Oh man, this is like a really good iron farm. I mean, iron farms are, in my opinion, the most confusing thing about Minecraft. They've changed now, but 1.13 and before, they were like the most confusing thing to work with, especially with door placement. But this is one of those things that it's you can understand it, but when it comes to actually building it, it's like a totally mind-boggling experience. But yeah, an Iron Phoenix, or at least I believe that this is the Iron Phoenix, which is Tango Tech. There's a dolphin. Can you give me dolphin sprays? Yes. Sick. Yeah, I'm flabbergasted that this exists. Wow. Back home, where I can rest my head from a day of adventuring, mining and crafting. Today we looked at our farms, our builds, our dogs, our desert temples, and our pumpkin pies. Alrighty, Josh. I hope that you have a lot of fun playing Minecraft. I hope that this may be inspirational, not only for Minecraft related things, but for life things, that you can work on stuff, do it your own way, be creative in everything that you do good things in the world, help out others, do things for communities, and be generous and willing to share and all that stuff. I recently got back in touch with my friends from J.A.S. Ultra, and it's been really nice to hear from them again. They're still together. One of them just flew out to Germany to visit. I really found a very nice community, and it's hard. It's really, really hard to find one in the Minecraft world. That's because it's the best-selling game of all time, so there's a lot of people on it. I guess one thing that I'd like to leave you with is what I said before. Yeah, be creative in everything that you do, and do things that are helpful to other people and generous to other people, and also do stuff for yourself as well. Like, I love coming here. I love this house. Makes me very happy. I love this attic, even though it's tiny. I like the grass, even though I know it's not what you're supposed to do or whatever. I like my hidden lighting. I like green, I like orange, I like wood. And I like shulker boxes, so yeah. I hope that you've enjoyed this tour. I've enjoyed playing on here. I think I still have my to-do list on the side. Yeah, I do. So some of these aren't going to get finished, but that's okay. That's done though. Yeah, I remember these. The Enderman farm. Oh yeah, the witch farm. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Call Fob, he misses you. I've called Fob. Don't worry. I keep that there because it's a nice note from a friend. Yeah. Don't play Minecraft too much. Stay in touch with friends. Show them some love. Really not sure how to sign off. I kind of want to keep playing, honestly. I'm waffling. No, not that one. Alrighty, Josh. Thank you. Have a good day. This is Spike Spiegel, signing off.